Hello everyone, I'm Mike DeAngelo with That's Entertainment, and this is your video review of Mirror's Edge by EA Dice. Parkour has been an interesting element within games for a long while now, with titles like Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia, and even Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. But until late 2008, it was just an element of the game. When Mirror's Edge was released, however, parkour was the game. Whereas other titles made parkour work with it, Mirror's Edge felt like a game that was built around parkour. But is running and jumping with flair and skill a worthy style of gameplay, or does Mirror's Edge sputter and fall?
Didn't think we'd be seeing you so soon.
In a city where crime is practically non-existent thanks to a souped-up Mega Patriot Act, the only way to get information from person to person is with the help of runners, parkour experts who are adept at evading government surveillance. You play as Faith, one of the aforementioned runners, and after a brief tutorial, you're shot right into the story, delivering one of your messages to another runner before being shot at by police, an oddity within the nearly utopian city. After the mission, the clarity of Mirror's Edge's narrative comes into focus. Things are changing in the city, and the runners aren't as safe as they thought they were. Faith's sister Kate is unwittingly involved in a murder and political conspiracy, and it's up to Faith to figure out how it all comes together. Throughout Mirror's Edge, you meet up with characters that push the story forward in fun and interesting ways. Besides other addictive aspects of the game, it's these relationships that you explore that make you want to keep playing. Mirror's Edge is far and away the best take on parkour in games to date. Because of the way the game was designed, you really feel as if Faith is a real person, and not just a formless box with a hand, as in most first-person games. Not only does EA Dice create this feeling by letting you actually see your body, it also forces you to control your body as the main device. Guns are available, but only as a means to progress past human obstacles. The main portion of the game is getting from point A to point B. The game is usually intuitive in this endeavor, but it sometimes is unresponsive and can cause a lot of frustration. You can figure out how to get from the beginning of the stage to the end by following the runner vision, in which Faith sees potential paths highlighted in red. This isn't always the path you must take, but it does give you a good idea of where to start. Chaining together all kinds of movements not only helps you get from one end of the city to the other, it also feels more fun doing so. Combat, while seen in the game as a last resort, can get a little dicey. If you try to do everything in the game without a weapon, you may find yourself outmatched. The game gives you some slow motion to help even the sides though, giving you a chance to disarm your enemies. Mirror's Edge is notably plain as far as the styles of buildings and other surfaces go. It is within the artistic style and the structure of the city that the game shines, however. Though the colors are all fairly basic, the simplicity of everything blends together very nicely. The game's cutscenes take the graphics differently. If you've ever seen a commercial for Esurance, you've already been familiar with the style of the cutscenes. They can feel a little out of place, but they do help to convey the story. The sound is leagues beyond most games these days. The environment has its own ambiance, and interacting with it produces some normal results that are just absent in many other games. Faith's breathing is erratic when she runs. If she pushes off a window, you can hear the streak of her skin against the glass. Everything plays together really well. The music is typical but well structured. When doing puzzle sequences, the pacing is slower, while finding yourself running from armed guards will make the tempo rise. The game sputters after you finish it, however. Besides going for achievements or time trials, there aren't any reasons to go back. The story is good and short enough to warrant another playthrough down the line, though. Players may want to refamiliarize themselves with Mirror's Edge 2, as a sequel has been confirmed to be in production. While Mirror's Edge is a phenomenal game in its genre, that genre will not be for everyone. The game's short length and combat-sparse sequences may not be appealing. But to those who understand the deeper puzzle elements of the game and knowingly approach it as such, you won't be disappointed. That's Entertainment awards Mirror's Edge a score of 8 out of 10.